A few years ago, I found myself in a very difficult period of my life. I was struggling daily with a job that didn't satisfy me, where more than one person told me what I should or shouldn't do. I had difficulties with my colleagues and a tumultuous relationship. To be honest with you, I harbored negative feelings about this situation. I felt like my life was slipping out of my control, and each day was an uphill and endless battle with no end in sight. I was at rock bottom. One day, while browsing YouTube randomly, I came across an intriguing video titled, "How Stoicism Changed My Life, Applying Stoicism in Your Life." It was a summary of a book by a contemporary philosopher, better known as Ryan Holiday. That's how Stoicism entered my life, and today I'm very grateful for it. Without any premeditated plans, I began to apply its teachings in my daily routine, reading books and learning more about Stoicism. That's when everything started to change in my life. After reading more than 10 books on Stoicism, I became so fascinated by this philosophy that I decided to share it with everyone. And believe me when I say that the changes were remarkable. Anxiety and stress began to give way to serenity and inner peace. My decisions became clearer and aligned with my values and virtues. Most importantly, I started to find a deeper meaning in each day. Now, I want to share with you how Stoicism can serve as a starting point to transform your own lives. Let's explore the fundamental principles of this philosophy and discuss how to apply them in real-world and modern situations. Additionally, we'll see how these principles can be a valuable compass to face the challenge of starting over and building a more meaningful life. So, if you're ready to embark on this journey of self-discovery and stoic transformation, I invite you to watch this video until the end, because it will be the most important video on this channel. Let's begin. As I mentioned earlier, my introduction to Stoicism was like a true guide in my life, like a lantern in the darkness. Discovering the Stoic lessons from thinkers like Epictetus, Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, and Zeno opened doors to a world of wisdom. But what exactly is Stoicism? In a brief summary, Stoicism is an ancient philosophical school centered on the development of virtue, self-control, and wisdom. Its fundamental premise lies in the idea that, while we do not have control over external circumstances and situations, we can influence our reactions and attitudes towards them. This provides us with a powerful tool to face life's ups and downs with serenity. A crucial concept in Stoicism is understanding the distinction between what we can control and what we cannot. We can control our thoughts, actions, and choices, but we cannot control external events, other people's opinions, traffic, weather, the past, or the future. Stoicism guides us to focus our energy and attention on what we can actually change and control through our own actions, rather than worrying excessively about what is beyond our control. However, this philosophy isn't just theoretical. It offers practical tools for daily application. These tools help manage stress, anxiety, and depression, aid in decision-making, and foster a pursuit of lasting happiness. In this video, we'll explore some key principles of Stoicism and how they can be applied to real-life situations. We'll discuss the importance of values such as virtue, the acceptance of imperfection, and living in alignment with our principles and virtues. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by life's demands, wondered how to find serenity amidst chaos, or sought practical guidance to improve your existence, this video contains valuable teachings and insights for you. Stoicism can be the key to a fresh start in your life, allowing you to build a richer and more purposeful existence. But remember, this philosophy is here to guide us and provide direction. The action must come from you. No philosophy can change you completely. You need to help yourself too. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate notifications so you won't miss the valuable tips I'll be sharing on this journey toward becoming a true Stoic. Let's move forward and discover together how this ancient yet modern philosophy can transform our lives, just as it transformed mine, making me a new person. Now imagine if it were possible to restart your life. Imagine having the power to press a reset button and begin everything anew. Would you do it? Restarting doesn't necessarily mean forgetting or neglecting your past. Rather, it involves absorbing the lessons from past experiences, from all the knowledge we've accumulated over the years, and using this wisdom to shape a more promising and prosperous future. Marco Aurelius taught us that what prevents us from acting can be transformed into action. What blocks the path can become the path itself. All you need is to take the next step. As Marcus Aurelius said, take that next step, nobody can stop you. Starting anew is an art, a delicate balance between learning from our mistakes and moving forward with renewed hope. Our responses to situations reflect our own perceptions. If we see the world as a hostile place, we act defensively. But if we view it with benevolence, our actions reflect love. Stoicism invites us to question and adjust our perceptions of life, to see reality in an objective and clear way, without letting uncontrolled emotions cloud and blind us. As Seneca pointed out, often we suffer more in imagination than in reality. What he meant is that sometimes we suffer for things that have not yet happened or suffer only in our minds, and it turns out that these things may never occur. What if we viewed every obstacle as an opportunity? The true Stoics saw challenges not as cruelties of fate, but as exercises that strengthen the spirit. Viewing hardships as opportunities for growth reminds us that just as fire purifies gold, adversity refines strong individuals, fortifying us and making us better each day. This is what makes me a follower of Stoicism. Everything we face in our lives can shape our future at some point, and this is what makes Stoicism so incredibly relevant and modern. In his meditations, Marcus Aurelius didn't share his words with the world, but rather his most intimate reflections, daily reminders to live with authenticity and purpose. They show us that at the beginning and end of each day, the dialogue we maintain with ourselves plays a crucial role in our lives. This is why we should be friends with ourselves. I'm not saying we don't need someone by our side, but rather that we should enjoy our own company wherever we are, making our happiness in that moment the most important thing to us. Depending on others for happiness is the worst thing. Stoicism reminds us of the transience of all things: happiness, pain, success, and failure. It invites us to live with detachment, to cherish the moments that matter, but to be willing to let them go, as Epictetus expressed. Remember that everything has a price. Choose what you value and be prepared to give up the rest. The Stoic journey is not an easy path, but it is profoundly rewarding. It teaches us to value ourselves, to find strength in adversity, and to live intentionally. I know it's hard for some to handle disrespect or any other situation where Stoicism teaches us to remain silent. However, it's crucial for a fulfilling life to live in harmony, not just with the external world, but also with our inner nature. Therefore, it's valid to ask yourself, am I acting according to my true desires, values, and principles, or am I merely reacting to the expectations of others? Remember, the universe is constantly evolving, and you need to evolve too. Our thoughts have the power to shape our lives. We often strive to please others and seek external validation, frequently forgetting our true essence. Yet Stoicism urges us to recognize our internal worth and not depend on others' opinions for fulfillment. As Epictetus wisely stated, "If you seek true freedom, it lies in not being subject to the will of others. What you need to become a new you will come from yourself and no one else." Accepting is not the same as resigning. It means understanding reality and acting wisely in response to it. Acceptance involves recognizing that there are elements beyond our control, but we always retain the capacity to control our own reactions to those events. This is the intersection between understanding reality and choosing how to navigate it. Instead of waiting for storms to pass, we learn to dance in the rain and cope with it because we can't control the weather. The present is the only time we truly possess. The past is just a memory, and the future is unknown. True power resides in the here and now. Worrying about the future or dwelling on the past only distracts us from the unfolding present, keeping us trapped in a vicious cycle. Stoics didn't just discuss philosophy, they lived it daily, constantly seeking to improve, learn, and grow. What is the legacy we wish to leave behind? Stoicism teaches us that more than our words, it is our actions that define our legacy. Life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. In a world where people often seek to take advantage of us, it's essential to remember the power of silence, both external and internal. It is in this silence that we find clarity, purpose, and a deeper connection with ourselves. This space allows us to reflect, recharge our energies, and focus on what truly matters. Following the advice of Epictetus, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. We learn that often the secret to progress lies in letting go of what imprisons us, whether it be an old grudge, a resentment, or an outdated perception of ourselves. It's possible that our own notions of who we are may be inaccurate, and through Stoicism, we find the freedom to pursue our true potential. The quality of our thoughts plays a crucial role in the happiness we experience in life. More than wealth, power, or status, valuing virtue, which is the manifestation of goodness in our actions, includes acting with integrity, authenticity, and kindness. We should reflect on which virtues we are cultivating on our journey. As Zeno of Citium observed, it is not that we have a little time, but more that we waste a great deal of it. Life filled with inevitable challenges cannot be ignored, but Stoicism teaches us that what truly matters is not what happens to us, but how we react to it. Don't waste your time on things that don't matter. Always strive to evolve, because through this, a new you may emerge. Growth and strengthening. Every obstacle can be an opportunity for learning, growth, and strengthening. As Epictetus expressed, life is not about avoiding wounds, but about not surrendering to them. When we were younger, the future seemed like an endless ocean of possibilities. So why does it now feel like nothing is going right? You need to analyze your actions, filter what worked and what didn't, as this could change the game for you. However, as is common in many stories, a shadow cast over my journey. Alcohol went from being my occasional refuge from the tumult of the world to a daily necessity. It clouded my days and made my nights even darker. I found myself drinking every day, surrounded by false friends and false relationships. For both of us, the presence of alcohol at the table was crucial because without it, there seemed to be no friendship or relationship. Happiness became elusive, and the relationships I once valued began to crumble. Everything seemed to go wrong. It was at the peak of this self-destructive spiral that a video, which I mentioned earlier in this video, introduced me to Stoicism through its teachings. That was when I truly understood what Stoicism is. That video was where I drew the line and decided I would become a new person, adopting Stoicism as my philosophy of life. I hope this video serves as your starting point where you will begin anew. So comment below, I will be a new person, along with today's date. Let's start a renewal here and now. Just as Seneca described how unchecked passions can imprison us, I reflected on my own self-imprisonment and how alcohol had taken over my life. Inspired by the lessons of Musonius Rufus, Seneca, and other Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, I began my journey toward sobriety. I learned about the importance of self-control, resilience in the face of adversity, and the understanding that while we cannot control everything that happens to us or what people say about us, we can control our response to these events so that they do not affect us. Today, years after that pivotal moment, I leave behind the past version of myself every day. I'm grateful for having discovered Stoicism at that critical time. 4 months ago marked the years since I last drank any alcohol because I decided to change. I resolved to be different. And how long will you wait to change? This philosophy taught me to value life, to face challenges with strength, and to find a true sense of freedom. Alcohol no longer dictates my course. Now, I am the captain of my own clarity and purpose. Now my mission is to pass on all these teachings to you. Although the journey has not been easy, Stoic teachings have been my beacon during the darkest and most challenging times. Here are some suggestions for developing skills and incorporating transformative practices into your daily life. By applying them starting today, or better yet right now, you will be on the path to complete renewal and clear direction for the future. Start each day with a moment of morning reflection. Reserve a few minutes each morning to meditate. Reflect on your experiences from the previous day and visualize how you want your current day to unfold. This guide will help you mentally prepare to face challenges and maintain calm during stressful situations. Gratitude journal. Daily, jot down 3 things you are grateful for in a journal. This practice helps you focus on the positives and appreciate the small joys of life. Regular physical activity. The Stoics valued maintaining a healthy body. Engage in regular physical exercise, whether it's walking, running, practicing yoga, or participating in any activity you enjoy. Principle of control. When facing challenges, remember the Stoic principle of distinguishing between what you can control and what you cannot. Focus on making wise decisions and serenely accepting what is beyond your control. Self-discipline. Cultivate self-discipline in areas such as diet, finances, and time management. Set realistic goals and work consistently to achieve them. Nightly self-reflection. Before bed, reflect on your actions throughout the day. Assess whether you acted in accordance with your Stoic values and principles. Identify areas for improvement and plan how to address them. Learning from inspirational examples. Explore books or biographies of people you admire or admired who embody Stoic values, such as Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius. Draw valuable lessons from their life experiences and apply these principles to your own actions. In the description of this video, you'll find links to some works that have profoundly impacted me. Remember, if you purchase books through our link, we earn a small commission on the sale, which helps us produce more videos. Detachment from others' opinions. Avoid excessively worrying about what others think of you. Instead, focus on acting in alignment with your own principles and values without seeking constant approval from others. Awareness of life's impermanence. Remember the impermanence of life and the inevitability of death. This should not be viewed with pessimism, but as a reminder to value existence and make conscious decisions about how you want to live. By contemplating your mortality, you'll realize how much you want to achieve and conquer your goals. Skill development. Allocate time to learn new skills or enhance those you already possess. Personal growth is essential in Stoicism as it empowers you to face challenges with greater confidence. Accepting the uncontrollable is crucial. There is no evil in what happens to you unless you decide that it is. As Epictetus said, embracing what we cannot control frees us from distress. Value authenticity in relationships. Stoicism teaches us to seek genuine relationships based on virtue and mutual contribution. By adopting these principles, we transform our lives, developing self-awareness, resilience, and clarity of goals. This aids us in living with purpose, compassion, and finding serenity, even in the most challenging situations. Keep in mind that Stoicism is a philosophy rooted in constant practice. Don't expect instant changes, but over time, these practices can assist in transforming your life and adopting a more resilient mindset aligned with your principles and values. Final thoughts. When faced with challenges and difficulties, remember the Stoic maxim: the obstacle is the path. Instead of complaining, look for opportunities for growth and learning in adverse situations. Practice balance in your desires and emotions. This is one of the best books I've read by author and YouTuber Ryan Holiday, and you will find it in the description. Do not let intense emotions and negative impulses dictate the course of your life. Cultivate emotional self-discipline by understanding others' perspectives and feelings. Practicing empathy and compassion will strengthen your interpersonal relationships and promote greater tolerance in the face of decisions or actions. Adopt the habit of counting to 3 before acting. This brief pause allows you to reflect and make decisions based on reason rather than succumbing to momentary impulses. Learn to say no and avoid overloading yourself with excessive commitments and responsibilities. Set boundaries to protect your mental and emotional health. Be mindful of how you communicate with others. Prioritize building up and uplifting with your words, avoiding unjust criticism and gossip. A daily dedication to reading philosophical texts or works by Stoic authors provides an opportunity to reflect on their teachings and how they can be applied in your life. Reserve daily moments to contemplate your own mortality. This practice will help put your everyday concerns into perspective and value the time you have. Cultivate positive self-respect by choosing to approach challenges with self-compassion and motivation, rather than constant criticism over things beyond your control. Look for ways to assist others without expecting rewards in return. Altruism and community involvement are central pillars of Stoicism, offering a sense of purpose and fulfillment. In summary, Stoicism provides a powerful path for transforming your life. We explore various daily practices inspired by this ancient philosophy that can help you develop self-discipline, resilience, and serenity in your everyday life. Make a note of each important part of this video, as it will be crucial for you, from morning meditation to empathy and service to others. These practices provide the necessary tools to face challenges with calmness and focus. However, the key lies in action. As Marcus Aurelius said, take the first step. Merely hearing these ideas is not enough. It is essential to apply them in your day-to-day life. Start today by choosing one or more of these practices and observe how your perspective and well-being evolve over time. If this video was helpful to you and you desire more advice on personal development and practical philosophy, don't hesitate to express your support by liking this video, subscribing, and sharing your thoughts. We are eager to learn about the impact of these practices on your transformation journey, and also to hear about topics you would like us to cover in future videos. Remember, the path towards a richer, more meaningful life begins with small actions in your days and the consistent application of Stoic principles. Now, as per the tradition of this channel, I would like to propose a reflection. Have you ever faced significant adversity in your life? How do you imagine applying Stoic principles might have influenced your perspective or assisted in that situation? If your answer is that you wish you had known about this philosophy earlier, share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you all for your ongoing support and presence. As always, I hope this brief reflection has been beneficial. And if you truly want to change your life, there are also some important things you need to do, so we've left a video here for you. See you next time.